664,426. Those are not the numbers. If you're looking to reach Yashasvi Jaiswal, that's the way he smacked Nitesh Rana out of the attack and probably ending KKR's hopes as well. That was an embarrassment for KKR, the way Rajasthan started off. And Yashasvi Jaiswal, there are no words to describe what he does anymore. Breathtaking knock there. If he thought Sky was good, Yashasvi Jaiswal just raises the bar there. Hello and welcome to another brand new episode of Boundary Line Podcast. Dillon Pink here along with Sheldon Dougherty. And before we go ahead, requesting our viewers, if you like this content and if you like the video, do hit the like button, subscribe to our channel. It won't hurt. Please do that. And of course, share the video with your friends as well. And do let them know about this channel, guys, as it will help us also to grow our audience and get some more content to you guys. Sheldon Dougherty, were you surprised as how I was in that first over where Nitish Rana coming out to bowl, or were you all set and you were expecting some balls to get out of the Eden Gardens there?
Yeah, usually you see a spinner come on, you're like, oh, you want to get to this over quick, 4 or 5 runs. But I mean, oh my God, that didn't turn out well for the captain, right? Imagine, belly bowling. Maybe his first over in the tournament, he comes into bowl and just gets absolutely smashed. I mean, the worst possible start for KKR with the ball. And I mean, I think it was practically over after 1 over. I think we all thought, oh, there's no way Rajasthan's going to lose from here, because just the way Jaiswal started was just insane in that first over. And yeah, not the best way to start an innings when you're defending I think below par score, we can say now looking at it.
Absolutely, Sharon. Below par score for those who are just joining us there. KKR ended up making 149 runs there. Only Venkatesh Iyer, they're getting a half century, but Yuzvendra Chahal, what a champion he's been. I'm still wondering how RCB let this guy go. It just rubs salt into their wounds. Every time he bowls well and he just gets on top of the batsman there, RCB must be thinking that, man, why did we leave this guy? Because I wonder who's behind that decision also. I really want to know who's behind the decision, because this pisses me off as an RCB fan first, but I'm really happy for Chahal. He goes on the highest wicket taker list, Sheldon, ever in the IPL there. He surpasses Lasith Malinga, some other great names there on that list, and he's done it in some record time as well. So what a performance, Sheldon. Again, another 4-wicket haul there for him. 4 for 25 on that wicket. There's no words to describe Yuzvendra Chahal. He's an absolute champion, I guess.
Spot on. He's a legend. I mean, to think also, Dil, like, he spent most of his time playing home games in the Chinnaswamy, which is like the toughest place, to
The
bowl, as we've seen.
graveyard.
Yeah, exactly. Bowler's graveyard, Dil. I mean, he's just a legend, Dil. I mean, whoever made that decision is such a dumb idiot at RCB, because he's like the greatest Indian white ball spinner right now as well, and the greatest spinner in IPL, just by the numbers as well. And like, to sell him and to get like a foreign spinner for them, I didn't understand that. And you look at Rajasthan now, and they're reaping the rewards of having Chahal because he's so good. Today as well, they kept him back till, they waited, they used Root. Finally today, he finally did something in the IPL,
Finally.
he got to bowl before he got to bat, still didn't bat. But yeah, Chahal came in to bowl, and yeah, brilliant spell again. And how often does he do that, Till? Whatever the pitch is, whoever the opposition is, he just comes in and takes wickets. And at the Eden Gardens to bowl like that, absolutely brilliant.
Oh, Sheldon, you couldn't have said it better, because we're running out of words here to describe both these guys, Jaiswal and Yuzvendra Chahal, because they did it last year as well, along with Joss Butler, Sanju Samson. These four were the guys who kind of took RR and went. And it's kind of looking that way now, along with Samson scoring this innings as well. But Sheldon, Rajasthan didn't allow KKR to get those big runs there. You always felt that even when they got those big runs, the next over was, just going for 5-6 runs, and they always kept them there in the hunt. And everyone was kind of hoping that Rajasthan don't mess this up. Fair to say that Rajasthan this time around got it absolutely right.
Yeah, they were absolutely spot on. And again, I feel KKR's middle order didn't get the job done. I mean, Rinku Singh's been amazing this season. As we know, his emergence has been great. But you feel the rest of that middle order hasn't done themselves well. I know Russell did well the previous game, but that was the first game he did well all season. I mean, he should be doing more if he's your foreign, middle order hitter. That middle order, I think, has cost KKR when you look at it, because Venkatesh Iyer got runs as well, this season. I mean, Rana at times has got runs, maybe not as much. I think they missed their captain, right, this season. We were talking at the start, will they, won't they? But they missed a consistent run scorer, I feel, in Shreyas Iyer, by the looks of it this season.
Absolutely, Sheldon, because with Shreyas Iyer there in that team, the others like Nitish Rana, Venkatesh Iyer can play more freely. And just wondering what that would have done for KKR there with the, Shreyas holding one and then allowing the others to just play freely there. But Trent Bolt also back into the squad today, and we saw what he can do. I'm still wondering why Rajasthan left him out in the previous match. It just baffles me still that Trent Bolt wasn't playing in the last match, and that again, he takes wickets in the power play, Sheldon. Bolt today proved why he is one of the world's best, Sheldon. Again, that ball to Jason Roy, and what a catch on the boundary there by Shimron Hetmeyer. Once that catch was taken, Rajasthan just held the game by its neck and just didn't leave KKR, to go away with those, with those runs.
Yeah, this is the Rajasthan side that we saw early tournament. This is the one that looks so good, who we thought Dill would make top 2 easily at the start. The way they were playing. Even I don't understand how they dropped Trent Bolt. Unless you're playing at an absolute rank turner and it's a minefield, then you play Zampa. But otherwise, Bolt has to play all the game. He's superb. He's a world-class player, as we know.
Absolutely.
So, he shouldn't be dropped. I mean, ever. That baffled me as well when he was dropped the previous game. And Obed McCoy came in and bowled 1 over as a foreign player, which was shocking. But yeah, Bolt back in the side. And he always takes new ball wickets, right? Even when a pitch looks like it's flat, he just finds a way to get it to swing that little bit with the new ball, and he always makes things happen. And he's just superb. Always delivers.
Yes, Bolt always delivers, but there was another guy who's always delivering it for Rajasthan this season, and it's Yashasvi Jaiswal, Sheldon. I mentioned at the intro there, and I don't have any more words to describe that knock there.
Wow.
First 6 balls of the innings, and Rajasthan almost kind of sealed the deal there. The chase was done there itself. The match was over there because he showed intent, he showed what it meant to him, and he showed how hard he's working on his game, the way he's improved so much, Sheldon. 6-6, 4-4, 2 runs, and then another 4. How consistent has this guy been, Sheldon? And some of the records he's broken today, Sheldon. He's the fastest 50, in the IPL.
Yeah.
It's the fastest 50 ever in the IPL. He's the second fastest 50 in T20 after Yuvraj Singh, that 12-ball famous one in 2007. You wouldn't want to remember it, I know, for obvious reasons. But yeah, and of course, there's a whole lot of guys on that list, and if you look at it, there's Gale, there's Rahul, there's Sunil Narayan, there's Pat Cummins, all these guys who have scored fastest 50s in the IPL there, and then Yashasvi Jaiswal, who's just 21 years old. He's also got the second most runs right now by an uncapped player in the IPL. And Sean Marsh's record of 616 there is under serious threat, which is more likely going to be broken by Jaiswal.
Still insane. I mean, whenever India play the next T20, I want to see Jaiswal opening the innings. That's how good he's been this season, Dil. I mean, he's been superb. He's carried Rajasthan's batting. And I think along with Duplessis, these two have been the top 2 batters by far this season. They've looked so good. And Jaiswal, Dil, as you said, uncapped player as well, Dil. He looks like he's been playing international cricket all his life.
Oh, yeah.
He's looked better than so many other batsmen, and he's just looked so good. And he looks like he has so much time at the crease. Like when we talk about batsmen who just make it look easy. And when he's in that flow, honestly, he would have got 100 if KKR scored a bit more the way he was batting Jaiswal. So, unbelievable talent, and I feel he should be getting an Indian call-up soon. He's that good.
Oh, Sheldon, if he doesn't play in that India team anytime soon, I don't know. I think India must be taking the wrong decisions there, because they said that about Surya Kumar Yadav as well. He's trying to get into the team so often. He's breaking that door down, and he's already got one foot in the door, but the selectors are not looking at him. But Jaiswal, I think, has broken the door already. He's proving time and again that, listen, I'm here to play. I'm here for that spot. And with the World Cup now around the corner, this is interesting now, because Jaiswal makes a strong statement that he has to be picked. And with Shubman Gill and him at the top of the order, I think that will be a sight to behold. And playing in India, of course, so they have all these advantages going to them. And he's in some red-hot form for the past year. And I think it will be really wonderful to watch these guys bat, right?
Dil, it would be. But, I think there's an Indian captain opening there as well, Dil, who's struggling a bit for form. And I'm sure he'll be looking over his shoulder thinking, oh wow, there's some young kids who are really hitting it well in the IPL, and that would be a worry. But yeah, imagine Gill and Jaiswal for years to come opening for India. That could be one hell of an opening partnership. And I think India don't have those many left-handed openers as well now, because as we know, they've looked past Shikhar Dhawan as well now, so they've moved on from him, and they haven't had one since then. So that also gives them a different dynamic. We know teams like to have a left-right hand combination at the top.
Yeah.
So there Jaiswal will put his hat there, and the way he's playing now, how can you not select him, right? He just looks so good.
You're spot on there. And also, I don't know, there are 2 ways to look at this, Sheldon, because yes, you can draft him into the side there then, but is it too soon? without any international experience. Probably India would have to get him to play all these ODIs so that he gets the experience. And then if he fails in that World Cup, then people are going to point fingers and say that, why did you all make him play so early? You should have nurtured his talent more, give him enough time to prepare. Because all these questions will start arising, Sheldon, if he doesn't. But I think if you keep all that aside, he's a damn good a player to be left out. You can't leave out guys like this who are striking it at 200 and smacking bowlers, like Jofra Archer. The other day when he hit Jofra Archer for that 6 out of the Wankhede.
Yeah.
Insane. A 21-year-old guy of Jaiswal who's not played any international cricket, just smacking Jofra Archer out of the ground. That says the level of talent, Sheldon. I really do feel India have to look at that option. But Sheldon, now that Rajasthan's in the third position there, and we got an important game also, which is tomorrow. It's Mumbai versus Lucknow. How do you look at the other teams now? Would they be eyeing for that next 2 spots there? Because a win or a loss here, Sheldon, can really change everything up for them.
Yeah, I think tomorrow's game is big. I think tomorrow's game, you'll also see what Lucknow are really made out of, because I think tomorrow is their last chance alone for Lucknow, because they've really been struggling since they lost KL Rahul as well. I feel for them, they really need to find a win from somewhere.
But it's only been, Sheldon, but it's only been 2 games, one versus RCB and one versus Gujarat, that Rahul was not there. They still have the next few games for them. But I still feel they have a chance, but I don't know how big. I don't know how they're going to make it. That's the only way. How do they reach there, right?
Yeah, that's true. And Mumbai, they're in the form of their lives, they seem, right? Mumbai, they're just smashing everyone. And especially if they get to chase Dill, I mean, I'll be worried for Lucknow's bowlers if Mumbai with that batting lineup get to chase. I think, Lucknow will be hoping they win the toss and get to chase, because then I feel the game becomes more balanced. Because of that, I feel that also exposes Mumbai a little bit when they have to bowl second.
Yeah.
So tomorrow's a big game, Dill, because I feel whoever wins tomorrow will also have an advantage, because they'll be in the top 4 having played the same games, right, as both of them. So it's a very big game. And what do you think, Dil? How do you see that going? And for Rajasthan, do you think they are well settled now, or they have to keep winning?
Rajasthan have to keep winning now. Yeah. I feel the next few games for them, they have 3 more games left for them, and I think, they have to win all those 3 matches just to make a strong statement and try to enter that top 2, because obviously the teams who finish in the top 2 do get an extra chance. If they lose that clash, they get another chance to play. And Rajasthan are looking good. I think this combination from them that they have is really good, with both their Sandeep Sharma, they have Ashwin, Chahal, of course, and they've got the likes of Root also who can bat. And I think with Root there in that order, I think it strengthens that batting lineup more, because apart from that, you see Padikkal wasn't doing anything, and Hetmeyer was struggling here and there for runs. Just in the initial part, he showed glimpses. And with the impact player, they can have Devdutt also in the team there. Then they have Jurel there, who's been absolutely good for them. So with Joe Root there, just brings some balance also. So I really want to see Joe Root bat. Unfortunately, he was just waiting for his chance today. I think there was a stumping and a drop catch of Samson, and he thought this was his moment, but not rightly. KKR just wanted to get the match done. And Sheldon finishing the match in 13 overs. That's a royal thumping, like they say, right?
Yeah, Dil, absolutely insane. I'm glad you mentioned Root as well, Dil, because I know these 2 games they haven't needed him to bat, but I feel if you lose an early wicket, he's the ideal guy to come in. You can even save Samson to bat at 4. Then, if you're on a tough pitch and you need someone to just come and stick it out for a bit, Root's ideal for 3. So I feel you're right. He's the perfect guy, because also with him there, your openers can play with more freedom, because they know, okay, even if we lose a wicket, Root can come in, and then we have Samson, and then we have Jurel and Hetmeyer, and it's quite a long batting line, even with Ashwin there. So he just gives them that little bit, solidarity, that 3. So I think that's ideal for them.
Absolutely. And I think people also forget how good Root is, Sheldon, in this format of the game. And who can forget in that 2016 final, he scored a 50 and took 2 wickets on the same pitch, I think, if I'm not mistaken, right? So Joe Root is an absolute champ when it comes to the format. But because of England's depth in their lineup and the kind of champions they have, Joe Root has to sit out and probably play Test cricket and ODIs more than he plays T20. But there you have it, guys. That was our podcast on this game. Yashasvi Jaiswal absolutely smoking it out of the park tonight at the Eden Gardens there. Do watch the highlights if you guys missed it, because it's an absolute blinder of an innings that he's played there. And so happy that he's doing well, this young kid, and hope he goes a long way in future. Then for sure, we're going to see a lot more of these knocks there, and hope Rajasthan make the top 2, because they just look like the team that can do it, and really hoping that they do it. But thank you so much for watching the video, guys, and we'll see you soon in the next video. Bye.